Alright, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakateh Hawa, Barakateh Hawashai, Barakateh Hawa, Barakateh Hawashai, Barakateh Hawa, Barakateh Hawashai, Koholo Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashai, Bahashim Rakal Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And with that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. Lord's willing, it'll be edifying. And as usual, I'm going to go in the Rakal Kwadash, alright? And just a heads up, this is going to be, I already know this is going to be a long video. Probably, I'm guessing at least an hour. You know, I'm going to try not to make it too long, try to stick to the point, hit the points. I got a couple videos that I want to play, but I really want to drill this point through, all right, on this particular lesson. And I was putting it together for a couple days, you know. I wanted to make sure it came out right. That's why I haven't done a video in a couple days, Salaki, about that. But I wanted to make sure I had everything lined up, all right. So like I said, Lord's willing, it'll be edifying as usual. And like I said, I'm going into Rakal Kwadash. I'm gonna be jumping around, you know. Hopefully it makes sense, all right. Now the inspiration for this video is pretty much going to be a statement that I made at camp on Saturday with this guy, a particular guy that came up Saturday night when we were at camp, and he walked by the camp, and he pretty much, basically in a nutshell, he looked down at we have a bunch of signs, of course, on the ground, you know, and one of the signs is of the ICBM, a missile, all right, and basically that he walked by, he saw the missiles and it caught his attention, and he like doubled back, you know, and he was kind of like smirking, and you know, he had a prideful, you know that smug Edomite. I don't know if it was an Edomite. I can't, you know, call what he was. He might have been a the Latin tribe. I don't know. I don't remember. But he wasn't. I don't know. But then his nationality is irrelevant. The point of the matter is he was scoffing at the sign. You know, he was kind of you know, got that little smug look. So we started to get into the missiles, right? And basically, I mentioned about the you know, obviously he knew about missiles also. I believe he probably worked for like Lockheed Martin or Raytheon. What's that one? There's so many. He probably worked for one of those military industrial complexes because he was well informed about missiles. So we started to get into it, and I was like, "Are you familiar with everyone purchasing S-400s from Russia, so on and so forth?" And he was kind of like puffing his nose up, you know, and I was like, "Yeah, that's for the destruction, and you know, this place is going to be burned by thermonuclear destruction, intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? We're, you know, getting into that whole spiel. That's why we have the missiles down there." And he was like, "Oh, that S-400s, they're anti-aircraft missiles and this, that. They're for anti-aircraft, this, that, and the other, right?" So I said, "Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are that, right? But they're basically just silos, okay? It's just a silo. It's above the ground, a mobile silo. That's what the S-400s are, okay?" And he started kind of like, you know, bucking up a little bit, but he was getting cut because I was absolutely right. And basically, that's what inspired this lesson, okay? About the S-400s and silos and the nukes and so on and so forth. Probably long-winded intro, but it is what it is. But that's what led to this lesson, okay? And like I said, the S-400s are not, which through the Lord's will, by the end of this lesson, you'll understand it's nothing but a silo. And the missiles and the destruction of America, which is Babylon the Great, being burned by thermonuclear destruction, has been prophesied in the scriptures, all throughout the scriptures. That's why it's a plethora of scriptures that I can pull, that can cut you, that about the silent, you know. But I just pulled whatever was supping with Yahweh Shai was supping with me with. That's what I pulled, and a couple videos, like I said, Lord's willing, it'll be edifying. Okay. So anyway, I Salakia for that long intro. So let's get it popping. All right. The video is gonna be long enough. So first thing first, like I said, the S-400s are pretty much just a silo, right? A mobile silo, right? All right, a portable mobile silo that's going to be able to shoot off them nukes, right? Those missiles, okay? Because the brother Nahoya even made that statement. He asked the guy. He was like, the S-400s can't shoot nukes, and he was like, what do they shoot out of the S-400s to shoot down the other missiles and shit, the anti-aircraft and shit? He said missiles. He cut his own self, right? All you got to do is change the payload, basically, okay? All a silo is a what you're gonna get. It's just something to hold it, a launching pad, okay? It's like a chamber, as you're gonna see. Okay, the same thing with the S-400s and the S-500s and the this, that, and the third. Okay, what you really need to worry about is the missile. The missile is what the problem. They have cruise missiles, short range missiles, this, that, so on and so forth. But nonetheless, that device, it has to be capable of shooting them things off, man. It's common sense. But either or, they could shoot them off from. They got submarines, which you're gonna see. Which have intercontinental, have nukes on them, basically ICBMs. You got planes that got them, and they're strategically located all over the world, man. Okay, all right. So anyway, like I said, this is the definition of silo off of Google. Okay, it says silo. It says a tower or a pit on a farm used to store grain. Okay, and that's pretty much the original use of it. Okay, you see the shape of it. Okay, that looks just like the S-400s and those other devices. Okay, but they also have silos that are in the ground. Okay, all right. It says another definition of silo is an underground chamber in which a guided missile is kept ready for firing. Okay, so, and that's what we were talking about, a silo, okay, in which we know they're in the ground, all right. They're all over the United States and the many different countries, but they're also the big thing is these the mobile ones, the mobile silo. Like that's why a submarine is so dangerous. It's a mobile silo, man. It has nukes, and they're riding around in the ocean, man. Okay, and they can be fired off at a wink of an eye in a split second. Okay, I don't know if it's a split second, however long the process takes, but it could be. You get the point. Okay, the same thing with the S-400s, man. It's still it's a silo. It's a chamber. It's mobile. Okay, and yeah, they're using a certain type of missile on it, but hey, America don't know what's going on. Babylon the Great could. That's why they have a problem with it. Okay. They have a problem with what you're gonna see. Russia supplying these S-400s to different countries, okay? Because you can't. What you're gonna see, you can't standardize it. If that's a word, okay? So Salak, let's get into some videos real quick. Let me start here. That actually shows you an actual silo here, okay? This is from I got to shout out whoever the video came from, So this is a Pravada report from October 3rd, 2019. All right. It says Russia shows combat launch of silo-based Topol M ICBM. So this is an intercontinental ballistic missile, man. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This is a silo though. This one is in the ground, but like I said, you'll see. You'll see. Lord as well, you'll see. Okay. See, it's in the ground.
The Minister of Defense of the
it's this thing here. Salaki. It's this thing here that's in the ground. This silo. Okay, it's this thing that's in the ground. It's just to house it, okay? To guard it, to protect it. You see? You see? It's a sheath. Okay, it's a sheath. If you can receive it, it's a sheath. Okay, so I got the definition of sheath, and you're gonna see why I say this. This is a sheath. It says a cover for the blade of a knife or sword. Okay, you see, it's a sheath. It's a covering. That's all a silo is. Okay, and you have mobile silos. Okay, all right. So real quick, let me get a scripture. So let me let you see it come out of here first. And then I'll hit some scriptures and we'll get back into the videos. I just want you to kind of get a visual of what I'm saying. Okay, why I said what I said.
The Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation showed a video of the combat training launch of the silo-based Topol-M intercontinental ballistic missile from the Plesetsk.
And look how small that missile was. Look at how small that nuke was. It wasn't a big, like you got like the Satan II and the Avangard, which you're gonna go into. Those are big nukes, but they have Russia done perfected that sword, man. Okay, they got all types of different shape. As you're gonna see, the nukes got multiple war. Man, they got all type of shit, man. Okay, all right. I want you to see it again.
The Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation showed a video of the combat training launch of the silo-based Topol-M intercontinental ballistic missile from the Plesetsk cosmodrome. The missile was launched to confirm the flight performance of the complex. The goals and objectives of the launch were met in full, and the missile successfully struck the target in Kamchatka. Earlier, the ministry conducted a series of launches of Sineva and Bulava sea-based ballistic missiles. The missiles were launched from submarines in the Barents Sea and in the polar region.
You see, they can also launch them from submarines. It said the missiles were launched from submarines in the Barents Sea. Like I said, all right, that's still a silo. It's just an aquatic. You're gonna say an aquatic silo because it's in the water in a sub, but it's still a silo nonetheless. All right, it's all a silo is a place to fire it and house it and store it like your sheath for a sword. Okay.
Ballistic missiles. The missiles were launched from submarines in the Barents Sea and in the polar region of the Arctic Ocean. In July, the Russian military launched a Topol missile from the Kapustin Yar firing range in the Astrakhan region of southern Russia. The missile hit a conditional target at a firing range in Kazakhstan. The Minister of Defense reported,
"You hear how far them things are going, and that's nothing. Because as you're gonna see in this video, you got missiles that are self-propelled, man. Okay, that can keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Okay, they're gonna man. Anyway, let's get some scriptures, and then I feel like getting some scriptures. Let's start with Ezekiel, okay? And because like I said, I brought out silo in a sheath, okay? So this is Ezekiel chapter 21. I'm going to start at verse 1, okay? It says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem, and drop thy word toward the holy places, and prophesy against the land of Israel." Okay? And we know Jerusalem, Israel, Yasharallah, we're a people before a place, okay? And we're scattered, okay? So this word has to go out to the four corners of the earth. And it has, okay? All right? So it says, "Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem and drop thy word toward the holy places and prophesy against the land of Israel and say to the land of Israel, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath." Okay? What's that talking about? What is that talking about? That's talking about those missiles coming out of those silos, wherever they're at, wherever they may be. Okay? Those submarines, those actual silos in the ground. Okay? You see? Those like I said, S-400s, S-5, whatever. Okay? You know, the point of the matter is, like I said, those nukes that are going to be used, man. Okay? That's the point of the matter. How about you, how should I put the spirit on these devils to he created a smith that burneth, baketh the coal, pretty much. All right? Probably butchered that. But you get what I'm saying? How about you, how should I put the spirit on them to make those missiles, and they're going to be used, man. Okay? As the scripture said, he doesn't bear the sword in vain. Okay? And the sword is talking about those intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right? That's what is going to destroy this place. Babylon the Great, along with other places, like the actual land of Israel. Okay? All right? Because that place is defiled also, man. That place has to be wiped. Okay? A lot of places, not the whole earth is not going to be destroyed. We know that, but a lot of the earth is going to get nuked, man. All right. They said the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. All right. You see. But as far as Babylon the Great, America, we know this place is going to be utterly destroyed, man. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? All right, so it says, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem and drop thy word toward the holy places and prophesy against the land of Israel and say to the land of Israel, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, I am against thee and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath and will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked. All right, because he's sifted in the house of Israel, man. Okay, all right. The elect is going to be saved scarcely in a twinkling of an eye, man. Okay, but 2/3, man, they're going to experience death by pain, man. Okay, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Okay, we're trying to get saved, man. All right, because despite popular belief, we're not yet saved. Okay, you got to give diligence to make your calling and election sure, man. All right, you see, that's why we call ourselves a hopeful elect. All right. You see? That's why I always say keep pushing. It says, seeing then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from south to the north. Okay? All right? Because this thing is going to hit the whole world, man. All right? Okay? A lot of places going to get nuked, man. All right? It says, seeing then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from the south to the north, that all flesh may know that I, the Lord Yahweh, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. Yeah, you're gonna know that the missiles is coming from Yahweh, but that's a plague from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You're gonna know in that day, okay, in them times. All right, you're gonna fully understand that it wasn't man, it wasn't, you're gonna understand that, oh shit, after all the hell, all the calamity that's gonna befall this place, in Jacob's trouble, and then the climax, the cherry on the top, them nukes, and then them chariots coming, man. Okay, cause that's the sword also, man. Them laser beams coming off them chariots, man. Okay, you see, they gonna know, they gonna fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Then they're gonna know a prophet have been amongst them. All right, then they're gonna fear. Okay, it says, seeing then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from south to the north, that all flesh may know that I, the Lord, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. It shall not return any more. It says, sigh therefore, thou son of man, with the breaking of thy loins, and with bitterness sigh before their eyes. It says, and it shall be when they say unto thee, wherefore sighest thou, that thou shalt answer, for the tidings, because it cometh, and every heart shall melt, okay, and all hands shall be feeble, and every spirit shall faint, and all knees shall be weak as water. Behold, it cometh, and shall be brought to pass, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay, again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. Okay, that sheath, that silo. Okay, that you keep a sword in the shop. You keep that sharp sword, you keep it in the sheath, in that silo, man. Okay, it says it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Them ICBMs, them intercontinental ballistic missiles, whether it be the Avangard, whether it be the Satan II, whether it be the Minuteman, whether it be whatever. Okay, he's called the Lord of Hosts, man. Okay, the Lord of Armies, man, and that's part of the Yahweh. The missiles are part of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's armies, man. Okay, his spirit gonna be in the missiles, man. All right. It says it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. So it says, should we then make mirth? It says it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. Okay. I could keep going, but I can keep going, but I'm gonna leave it there because I got a bunch of scriptures. I'm gonna read this one here, then we get back into the videos. To prove what the sword is. Okay, it says Isaiah 34:1. We already broke down the sheath and the silo. If you could receive it. Now I'm gonna explain what the sword is. Okay, it says Isaiah 34:1. Okay, the main point is going to be in verse 5, okay? All right? But it says, Isaiah 34:1, it says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear." Okay? Remember it said south and north? The whole earth, okay? Because we're scattered, all right? This judgment is not just for Yasharala, it's for also the heathens, and chiefly our adversaries, and our main adversary is Esau Edom, the red Hebrew Edomite, okay? That's who this sword is really furbished for, okay? Hey, how about Shai said, "Come out of her, that you be not partakers of her plagues," man. Babylon the Great, all right? He's long suffering that all may come to repentance, man. His arms are stretched out. There's still mercy, man. Repent, okay? You know? Hey, but hey, as it is written, they're all not going to repent, man. They're going to continue in their wickedness, man. All right, 2/3 are going to get cut off. All right. Anyway, whatever. It says Isaiah 34:1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth. For the indignation," and indignation means anger, righteous anger. Okay, because the Lord is pissed, man. Okay, He's highly pissed. It says, "For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and His fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, He hath delivered them to the slaughter." It says, "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood." Okay, from the nukes, the missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, thermonuclear destruction. It says, "And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." When the nukes hit, man, ground zero, man. Okay, it says, and it says, Salak, it says, "Their slain also shall be." I gotta start from 2 again. It says, "For the Isaiah 34:2, "For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and His fear." That's what He's doing. He's gathering that. He's mustering the host of the Yahweh, is mustering the armies, man, gathering them down in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. Okay, you see, to pour out His indignation on them, right? Okay, you see. Salak, let me get that real quick. I believe that's. Yeah, I was gonna bring it out later, but might as well bring it out real quick. It says Joel 3:9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." Okay, because why? They got the great equalizer now. Okay, they got them nukes. Okay, you see. Okay, from who? From God. Hey, that's luck. I didn't plan on reading all these scriptures already, but hey, it is what it is. It's the spirit. Okay, Salakia. But hey, you don't want to watch it, turn the video off, man. Okay. Hey, but hey, Ezekiel 38:1. It says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog." And we know that's talking about Russia. Okay, because the Russians, they're the one that are currently residing in that land. Okay. All right. So it says, son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, okay, which is Russia, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back. Okay, how? But that old Soviet Union, that SSR spirit in Russia, man. Okay. He put him back. Put that fighting spirit back in Russia and Putin. Okay, it says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." Okay, the Cold War, baby. It's at an all-time high. Okay, as never before. The tensions. All right. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them all. And we know Persia is Iran, okay? It says Ethiopia and Libya with them all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, and that's the house of Togomar. That's talking about, I believe that was Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Salakia if I'm off, but I believe to Gomer and Togi. That's talking about Turkey. I could be off. Salakia. But it says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. This is the main point, though. It says Russia's going to do this. Okay, Russia's being a guard to them. That's why he's supplying them with all these, like I said, S-400s, for example. Okay, all these silos, mobile silos. All right, which ultimately, if you get the silo, of course you're going to get the nukes, the missiles to go with it. That's common sense. Okay, let's see. So it says that's why they said in Joel, it says beat your plowshares into pruning hooks. Okay, they're making these weapons, these missiles. Okay, assemble yourselves. Okay, you see, that's what's happening. Okay, but hey, what did it say? Let the weak say I'm strong, right? Okay, where is that? Salakia. Okay, yeah, it says let the weak say I'm strong. Okay, why? Because Gog and Magog. Okay, be thou. This is back in Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared and prepare thy. See, Russia's prepared. They running drills, building weapons, and then what? Now they supplying them. They the dealer. Okay, all right. It says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company, all your allies. Okay, that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Okay, you see. And the scripture said they're gonna think an evil thought, okay, to go up to the city of unwalled villages. Okay, they gonna come. You gonna see. So anyway, back in Joel, it says Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat. All right, Jehoshaphat. For I will sit to judge all. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Okay, that's why we're not saved. The summer is past, but we're not saved. Okay, we are not this day. I can't remember that one off the top either. The harvest is ready, but we are not yet saved, I believe. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow for their wickedness. Okay, that's why this place is going to get judged. Okay, that's why the Lord is pissed, his indignation. Okay, you see, back in Isaiah 34:2. Okay, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. He's pissed, man. Okay, you see. So it says, put ye in the sickle, back in Joel 3:13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. That's what Yahweh-Shaphat means, okay? The valley of decision, okay? For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened. Why? From them intercontinental ballistic missiles, them ICBMs, man, okay, and them chariots, all right? All right, so it says the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, okay? I could keep going, but I'm going to stop there. Let's go back to Isaiah. Let's finish it out here, and then we'll get into the video. Salakia. Because like I said, the main point that I was proving, like I said, is the sword. The silo, like I said, is the sheath. All right, and the sword is those missiles, man. All right. So it says, Isaiah 34:2. It says, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. It says, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. Okay, how? Through those missiles, those ICBMs. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth. It says, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. Okay, And if you can picture that, that's all those missiles that are going to be falling from the sky, man. Like figs falling off a tree, man. There's going to be that many just falling, okay? It's going to be that many missiles, man, which we're going to get into, but I'm going to get some videos first. It says, for my sword, okay, those missiles, all right, chiefly the missiles, also the laser beams, right, off the chariots, but chiefly the icy intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, okay? Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, okay, Esau, Edom, the red Hebrew Edomites, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay, it says the sword. So like it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. It says the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra. Hey, and what did it say? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Okay, it says, for the Lord Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, okay, which is America, all right? It says, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is, it says, for it is the day of the Lord's Yahweh's vengeance, okay? All right? It says recompense, indignation, vengeance. He's pissed, all right? He's going to avenge who? His elect, all right? His chosen, Yasharallah, okay? The apple of his eye. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Yeah. Against who? Chiefly Esau, Edom, and other nations. All right? And the streams therefore shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone. Okay, fire, thermonuclear destruction. And the land thereof shall become burning pitch. America, Babylon the Great. It shall not be quenched night nor day. This place is going to be utterly destroyed, man. Utterly destroyed. Okay, Babylon the Great, which is America. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. But the cormorant and bittern shall possesses it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stone of emptiness. Okay, and I wanted to stop here because Elder Apostle Rhymelove always goes into this. I believe it's Elder Apostle Rhymelove. The stretch out the line of confusion, man. Meaning that you ain't gonna be able to tell one city from the next, man. All right, this place is gonna be ugly. You ain't gonna be able to tell no mountains, no damn skyscraper. Everything is gonna be rubble, man, dust. Okay, just like in what's that? Planet of the Apes when he went to the Forbidden Zone. That's what this whole whole Babylon the Great is gonna be, the Forbidden Zone, man. All right, he's gonna stretch out upon it the line of confusion, and what's gonna do that? Them nukes, man. His sword, all right, that glittering sword, all right, that's furbished, man. Okay, that's gonna come out of that sheath, that silo. All right. So anyway, let's get into some videos. Let's get the short ones first. Let's bang out some short ones first. Let's see this one here. A lot. All right, this is off of Military TV from November 21st, 2019. It says why U.S. should fear Russia's S-400. Okay, and remember we're talking about a silo and the sheath, and keep all these things in mind when you're watching these videos, man. How powerful is Russia's S-400? S-400 in action. Okay.
The S-400 is one of the most controversial missiles in the world currently. The United States has imposed economic sanctions on countries simply for buying the system. But many of the world's powers are interested in it, with India signing deals in September 2018 and China in April 2018.
Hey, remember we brought up and be thou a guard unto them. Let the weak say I'm strong, man. I forgot about Moab. All right, Moab is going to be one of Russia's allies. We know that already. All right. And as is written, they're gonna burn. Let me not jump the gun. Okay. Okay. So like I said, we in them times, man.
The S-400 is one of the most controversial missiles in the world currently. The United States has imposed economic sanctions on countries simply for buying the system. But many of the world's powers are interested in it, with India signing deals in September 2018 and China in April 2018. But what exactly makes the S-400 such a hot ticket in the world today? How did it evolve from the earlier S-300?
See, mobile silos, man. Mobile silos. Mobile silos.
The S-300 began development in the 1960s as a follow-up to a multitude of prior surface-to-air missile, SAM, systems. The primary missile it planned to replace is the S-75, SA-2 missile system, which was famously used against the U-2 spy plane and deployed in Cuba and Vietnam. The missile underwent testing in the 1970s and entered service in 1978. The primary improvement of the S-300 compared to earlier systems would be the ability to multi-channel, to utilize multiple guidance beams to guide missiles to different targets simultaneously.
You telling me that you can't put nukes in this, man? You can't switch out the ballistic or whatever, the missile? Come on, man. Come on. Use your common sense, man. Common sense, okay? All right? I'm not gonna play. I don't want to make it too long. I just wanted you to get an idea of what they look like, man. For those that don't know what they look like and what get a visual, Salakia. This is from Covert Cabal, July 14th, 2019. It says why Turkey's S-400 matters, okay? Because Turkey had, I guess, according to this now, because these videos are old, man. Today's date is February 18th, 2020, the year of prophecy. All right, a lot of these videos are a year or 2 years old, man. All right, so a lot of these things have already been bought and put into action. All right, or being put into action as we speak.
It's been in the news for a while now. Turkey buying the Russian-made S-400 air defense system. Most people, even those not familiar with military weapons, has now heard of this system. It's a highly capable, mobile, long-range air defense system able to shoot down everything.
It's a long-range air defense missile system. So you mean to tell me you can't switch out the payload? You can't switch out. You can't. Look how big some of these things are, man. And they come in all shapes and sizes, man. All a silo is a place to store the damn nuke, man. It's a sheath. All right. These are Yahweh. All these belong to Yahweh Shai, man. These are his sheath, man. All right. All right. This is what he's talking about. All right. Yeah, some of them are gonna come out of the ground. Some of them they're gonna come from all over, man. Out of the submarines. Okay. That's why they're gonna try to hide themselves, man. Okay. They're gonna go into their dumbs, their deep underground military bunkers, man. They're gonna try to go down to their submarines. They're gonna try to go out to outer space. Okay. This thing is serious, man. We in them times, and we're getting close. All right.
Everything from ballistic missiles to stealth bombers. Despite threats, and it's been in the news for a while now. Turkey buying the Russian-made S-400 air defense system. Most people, even those not familiar with military weapons.
And for the record, Turkey is one of America's allies, man. Okay? All right? Yeah, I got to get some more scriptures, man. I got to. Keep coming up, so I got to bring it out, man. They're going to hate the whore. All right? Okay, so the main point, this is Revelation 17 and 16, okay? The main point is in 16, but I wanted you to see that this is talking about Babylon the Great, okay? America, okay? You see? This is talking about America, and it's a mystery, all right? That we have, that's been broken out and revealed unto us through the Rakal Quadash and our elders, man. Starting from the head apostle, Elder Taharon down, man, okay? All right? So if you can receive it, here we go. This is Revelation 17:3. Okay. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. This is John. Okay. John the Revelator. Okay. It says, so he carried me, because he's getting visions, man, dreams. Okay. Of future, of prophecies, man. Okay. So it says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup. Okay. Because it's Babylon. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Okay. And like we always say, America is that whore, okay, that sitteth upon many waters, man. Okay, that whore that's riding that beast, okay. And what's the beast? NATO and the EU, okay. NATO's the military force, right? And EU's the financial force, okay. All right. But the head is what? America, that whore, all right. Babylon the Great, all right. You see? You see? If you can receive it. So it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and the scarlet color, and we know what when we say the beast, right? Riding the beast, right? The beast is what is the rebirth of the Roman Empire. Okay, you see, like I said, which is NATO and the EU, but it's spearheaded by America, that whore. Okay, Babylon the Great. All right. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her head and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. Okay, so this isn't talking about the old Babylon; it's talking about a new Babylon, which is America. Okay, Mystery Babylon, the Great. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of earth. Okay, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, okay, the elect, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. It says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Okay, so this is the main point, though. Like I said, it says, Revelation 17:15. This whole chapter is good, but like I said, for the sake of time, I'm going to get straight to the point. It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, okay, are peoples, all right, and multitudes and nations and tongues, all right. It says, and the ten horns which thou sawest upon the beast, all right, these shall hate the whore, her allies, and shall make her desolate, all right, and naked, all right. And we read that that this place is going to be utterly destroyed, all right. All right. He said he was going to stretch out upon it the line of confusion, all right. You see? It's talking. It's not. It's. You see it? Is it coming together? All right. Can you see? You know. So it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, her allies, these shall hate the whore, okay, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. With what fire? The intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay. You see. So, and this is prophecy being fulfilled. That's what you see with Turkey. That's why it's a big deal. This is why it matters that Turkey's getting the S-400s. All right? You see?
Has now heard of this system. It's a highly capable, mobile, long-range air defense system able to shoot down everything from ballistic missiles to stealth bombers. Despite threats and sanctions and offers of alternative systems by
And you can't tell me that don't still look like the same silo. It's a silo, man. It's a mobile fucking silo. It's a silo, okay? It's a silo. It's the same fucking thing. It's just that some are in the ground and some are mobile above ground, okay? You see? It's a fucking silo, all right? It's the silo, all right? A tower or pit on a farm used to store grain. It says an underground chamber in which a guided missile is kept ready for firing, okay? It's a sheath, okay? It's a sheath, all right? A cover for the blade of a knife or sword. In this case, it's Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai's sword, all right? His glittering sword, all right?
By the U.S., Turkey has been sticking with the purchase. And just now, the first components of the S-400 are arriving in Turkey, and is slated to become operational by October. So what is the big deal with them purchasing a Russian-made air defense system? Turkey is a member of NATO, a military alliance between the US, Canada, and much of Europe.
So Turkey is part of the beast, like I said, NATO and the EU. NATO is the financial part. Slocky. NATO is the military part, right? The military might behind the beast. Okay, so now if one of your allies is getting funded by your enemy, Magog, okay, he's being a guard unto them. What the fuck you think that means, man? Okay, they're gonna turn on you. You seeing prophecy being fulfilled as we speak, man. Okay, that's why it's a big deal. All right.
NATO was formed during the Cold War to stand against the Soviet Union. Article 5 of the treaty calls for other members to come to the defense if any NATO member is attacked. So, if the Soviet Union had invaded Norway, the US, UK, France, etc. would come to Norway's defense. Interestingly enough, Article 5 was never invoked during the Cold War. It wasn't until after the events of 9/11, when the US invoked Article 5 and NATO began conducting counterterrorism operations throughout the Middle East. But to back up a bit, to better conduct operations, training, and interoperability, strong emphasis has been placed on the standardization of weapons used by NATO countries. Although it is not required, things like ammunition, communications, map markings, and classifications have attempted to be standardized to better achieve this. Turkey using a Russian-made S-400 instead of the US Patriot is one of the reasons for the current dispute. In the event of a conflict, sharing information, data, and planning becomes much more difficult with military equipment that does not integrate and communicate with the rest.
And like I said, who knows what you don't know the specs on the S-400. You don't know you don't know the ins and outs of it. And who's to say that you can't interchange those so-called cruise missiles or whatever the hell that's in the S-400s for actual nukes, man? Who's to say that you can't? Okay. I'm gonna play a couple more and then we bang it out. Because we're getting close to that hour mark. All right. I wanted you to kind of see what Russia's been up to, man. Let me play this one first. Which is an old video also, like it's from 2018. Russia got all type of stuff, man. All type of, Russia ain't been playing around. They said, "Be thou guard unto yourself first, and then them." Right? Ain't that what it said? Let me go back. Salakia. I believe that's Joel. Nope, 2 and 7 Salakia. No, it's not there. Salakia. Where's that Joel? Where's that? Salakia. Not there. Where is it at? Is it Ezekiel? Salakia. Ezekiel. It's in Ezekiel. Ezekiel 38 and 7. It says, "Be thou prepared." Okay, and Russia's prepared, man. As you're gonna see, they got all type of stuff. And prepare for thyself. They've been preparing for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Okay, you see, and that's what Russia's been doing. As you're gonna see, man. Okay. So this is off of Al Jazeera from March 1st, 2018, 2 years ago. Russia has undetectable nuclear missile. I'll repeat that. Russia has undetectable nuclear missile. Okay? And they got missiles that are self-propellant. Okay? So it says, I'll read a little bit of it. It says, President Vladimir Putin says Russia has developed an array, all right? An array. Let's see what the word array means. It says an impressive display or range of particular type of thing. Okay, so it's a whole bunch of them. An impressive display. Okay, so Russia has an array of them. All right. It says President Vladimir Putin says Russia has developed an array of new strategic nuclear weapons which cannot be intercepted. And how do you know that one hasn't been developed that can fit into that S-400 silo? Okay. that can be interchanged with whatever it's using. Okay, a ICBM. Okay, it says President Vladimir Putin says Russia has developed an array of new strategic nuclear weapons which cannot be intercepted. This marks a breakthrough. Now you see, that's why all the allies are turning towards Russia, because Russia's stronger. Okay? It said, let the weak say I'm strong. Russia got the better shit. That's why Trump had to revamp the so-called the nukes, man. That's one of the first things he did. He put billions back into the nukes. Okay, and what established the sixth army, the sixth branch of the government, which is what the Space Force. Okay, so it says this marks a breakthrough that could dramatically boost Russia's military capability and raises concerns about a new arms race, the Cold War again, all over again. He put the hooks back into them with the West. Who's in the West? America, Babylon the Great, that whore. It says Putin showed off the weapons in his annual State of the Nation's address. It says they included a nuclear-powered cruise missile, underwater drone, and hypersonic missile. Okay, hypersonic missiles, man. Okay, hey, let me get another scripture real quick. Hey, it's all good. I'm gonna bang these scriptures out, so we, I guess we won't have to come back to them. It's the spirit, man. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, Con. 1 hour. 1 hour, baby. This place is gonna be destroyed in 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay. I didn't want to. I'm gonna read the whole thing. It's in Revelation 18:1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, okay, America, okay, the great is fallen, mystery Babylon, that whore, okay. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Like I said, this place is going to be utterly destroyed, man. Ain't nothing finna be here but desert creatures, man. Alright? It says, for all nations have drunken of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication. See, it's been decked in, what it said, decked in the gold and the, the fine jewels, golden cup, man. Okay? So for all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay? It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Okay? Hey, because that's what he's talking about, Israel, Yasharallah. Alright? And he wants all to be saved. And he's long suffering, man. That all may come to repentance, but he's not slack concerning, he's not slack with his promise as some men count slackness, man. But is long suffering to usward, okay? To who? The elect. Alright? That's that grace, that mercy. Repent. Okay? It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay? And the ultimate plague is what? Those missiles. Okay? Thermonuclear destruction. Okay? The second death, the lake of fire. Okay? It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven. Okay, that's why the Lord is pissed, man. All right, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her. Okay, recompense, payback. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, like that guy, okay, that inspired this lesson, when we were breaking down the missiles, okay, and that scoffed, okay, all right, they're prideful, man. The pride of their heart have deceived them. Their terribleness have deceived them, okay. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, all right, the virgin daughter of Babylon, right? They said, well, but what did the Lord say? Come and sit down in the dust. There is no throne, okay? All right? You're going to eat it. You're going to drink of this cup also, man. It says, for she had said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. Okay, thermonuclear destruction plus the laser beams from them chariots. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. Okay. Skip down to the main point. It says 18 and 15. It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, and shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Yeah, because they're not going to be able to make money over here no more. All right? They're not going to be able to sell their goods because what? America is what? The #1 consumer, right? All right? It says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city, okay, especially Moab, because Moab, sell everything over here, right? It says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city, America, Babylon the Great, that was clothed in fine linen, okay, and Gucci, Versace, red bottoms, and all this shit, right? And purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, okay? And what did that Salakia? What did it say? It says they include a nuclear-powered cruise missile, underwater drone, and hypersonic missiles. Russia has undetectable nuclear missile. Okay, and this was back in 2018. Okay, so it says. For in 1 hour, Revelation 18 and 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the companies in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and they cried and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, America, Babylon the Great, wherein we were made rich, because what, they sold all their goods here, all their iPhones, all their damn BMWs and Mercedes and shit, okay, Android phones and Samsungs and shit, okay, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, okay, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. Okay? Alright? So let's get back into this. Let's play this video here. Because Putin's stunting, man.
An hour in, and a speech that had seemed relentlessly domestic suddenly took an explosive turn.
Literally.
No one expected Vladimir Putin's annual address to Parliament to involve advanced missile systems and strategic weapons, amid talk of job creation and better roads in the years ahead. It was a response, he said, to years of unchecked advances by the United States in missile defense.
Russia has always been a big nuclear state. No one wanted to speak constructively with us in the past. No one wanted to listen. Well, listen to us now.
One missile in development, Putin explained, could travel the globe with unlimited range and entirely undetected by radar defense systems. Less than 3 weeks before the presidential election, it was all greeted with ecstatic applause by Russia's political elite.
President Putin made a strong message to Russian audience, which can be spelled out as the following. The situation in the world is pretty tense. We are surrounded by adversaries, but you have to be rest assured that till the country is run by a person whose name is Vladimir Putin, you will have nothing to worry about.
As well as showcasing these extraordinary new defense capabilities, Vladimir Putin's speech was full of inspiring promises of investment.
Oh, you know what I just peeped? He said the missiles are for defense. He said they're for defense, but yet it's unstoppable. But it's for defense. Isn't the S-400 a defense system? People are stupid, man. Stupid. Moronic, idiotic, man. All right, they're the Lord's silos, man. They're the Lord's sheep. They're part of His army. All right, the Lord of hosts. Okay, Slovakia. It's gonna go a little over an hour. Slovakia. I wanted to play a little bit of this one for sure. I think that's the last one I play. I was gonna play this too, but I think that's it. You get the idea, man. You can do your own research on some. Yeah, I'm gonna just play this one and hit a couple more scriptures and close it out. This is from Global Defense, April 19th, 2018. All right, 2 years ago again. Russian nukes, facts versus fiction. It says because they got a whole bunch of shit, man. What is it? An array of different ICBMs. Yars SS-27. They got the Sarmat with the Satan. Matter of fact, they got the Satan 2. They got the ICBM Avangard. They got a whole bunch of plethora of different missiles and shit, man. All right, you see, you've been beating their plows. Damn, forgot it. Beat your they're beating their plowshares into swords, man, and your pruning hooks into spears. That's what they've been doing, man. Okay, they've been doing that, man. Getting ready for the Valley of Decision, man. Okay, you see, that's what they've been doing. Okay, and the Lord been mustering them, man, gathering them down there.
Russia remains a key figure for both worldwide nuclear arsenals as well as strategic stability, so it is important to understand the existing and future capabilities of strategic rocket forces and their sea and air-based companions. Regarding the land-based leg of Russian nuclear triad, the important part is rather revolutionary: deliveries of new Yars, SS-27 Mod 2, intercontinental range ballistic missiles or ICBMs in road mobile and silo-based variants have led to the complete rearmament of up to 3 missile divisions, with rearmament ongoing for 3. The development of the Bugs in Rail Mobile ICBM project has been finished, but deployment was cancelled, which back in the day seemed a good sign, as this system was obviously excessive. Another future system, the Sarmat heavy liquid fuel ICBM, faced a number of problems, but eventually reached the ejection test stage, which was deemed successful. This missile is said to be more powerful than the renowned Satan. However, using it as delivery vehicle for multiple, 10+ warheads looks like an unnecessary capability given the existing new start limits: 700 deployed launchers and 1,550 deployed nuclear warheads. Now we come to the gliding cruise.
Did you hear how many warheads that was?
550 deployed nuclear warheads. Now we come to the gliding cruise block. 700 deployed launchers and 1,550 deployed nuclear warheads. Now we come to the gliding cruise block of Vanguard, a hypersonic glider previously known as Project 4202 or U-71. This type of payload, said to enter serial production, is capable of precise hits on any target, avoiding any existing or future missile defenses. The mating of a Vanguard and Sarmat seems the most appropriate way to use those new toys.
You see the mating. See, they're mixing different technologies together. Okay, and you see they have multiple warheads. You know, you get the idea. You get the idea. I wanted to hit another scripture that came to mind. None shall break the ranks, Salakia. Close it out with this. Let me hit this first. Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh." This is Malachi 4:1. "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea," and that dude was proud, man. Proud. That dude that came up talking shit, scoffing and scorning. It says, "For behold, the day," and he got the spirit of Esau Edom, the red Hebrew Edomite, man. You know, proud, man. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Okay, but unto you that fear my name, the fear is the beginning of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, you gotta fear the Lord. All right, it says, but unto you that fear my name, and if you fear, you're gonna do what? Obey. Okay, you're gonna keep the commandments. You're gonna rehearse the righteous acts. You're gonna repent. All right. All right, you're gonna be obedient. It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. All right, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Okay, but that was the main point that I wanted, was that burn them up, man. That day come that shall burn as an oven. Okay, that's a lot, yeah. Okay, definitely wanted to get this one too. Definitely, I'm gonna close it out with this one here, Joel. I think that's it. I'm gonna close it out with these two. Salak. I'm gonna close it out with Joel and Revelation. So this is Joel. I'm gonna start at 2 and 1. Joel 2 and 1. Blow you the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Yeah, it's near, man. Nearer than we believe. Okay? It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, and a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall it be any more after, even to the years of many generations. It's talking about those missiles, his army, okay? Those ICBMs. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame. Those nukes, man, those missiles, ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. Okay, because what Eden means a paradise. But what after the nukes hit, man, hey, like I said, the line of confusion, man, utterly destroyed. All right? It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. It says, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing, it says, yea, and nothing shall escape them. It says, the appearance of them, talking about those missiles, like I said, is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run, powerful. It said, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. It says, before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall be gathered blackness. It says, they shall run like mighty men. Talking about those missiles. It says, they shall climb the wall like men of war. It says, and they shall march every one of his. It says, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Okay, they're gonna be. What did they say? They're guided, right? But what? Hey, ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna be guiding them. All right, because them his missiles. All right. So it says, neither shall one thrust another. Yeah, laser guided precision missiles, man. And wherever Yahweh Shem Yahushai deems them to hit, they gonna hit. All right, they're not gonna be shot down. They're not gonna, misfire. None of that. Okay. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. It says, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, another missile, okay, say America try to shoot them down, hey, it says, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded, all right? Because what did Russia say? They got unstoppable missiles, okay? Hypersonic unstoppable missiles, okay? It says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them when they hit ground zero. It says, the heavens shall tremble, and the sun. It says, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, before his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth that. For he is strong that executeth. Lock it, word. He is strong that executeth. However you say that, his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? All right. I could keep going, but like I said, hey, I could keep going, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna close it there. One more. It says Revelations 9 verse 12. It says, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. It says, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Okay, it says, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, okay, and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of this is the main point. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, okay? And that's talking about the missiles, man, okay? 200,000. Because what, each missile has multiple warheads, okay? It says, I forget what they said that number is, okay? I ain't the mathematician. I forget what that number is. They say how many, you can figure it out. I forget the number. That's a shit ton of missiles, man, all right? That's why this place is going to be utterly destroyed. It says, and the number, Salakia. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire. It's talking about missiles, and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, powerful. And out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone, the warheads. By these three were the third parts of men killed, by the fire and by smoke and by brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, okay, the warhead, and in their tails, because what, the smoke after the missile, they're self-propelled, like I said. For their tails were like unto serpents, okay, when they're going up out of the silo, okay, and had heads, and with them they do hurt, okay, you see? So anyway, with that being said, Lord's willing, it was edifying. I know it was kind of long, all right? Hopefully it made sense. You know, it was edifying, and it came to, you know, everything it ended up, you know, coming together, like I said, all right? So like I said, again, the silo, man, is just an underground chamber in which a guided missile is kept ready for firing. And like I said, those S-400s could be, you know, mobile silos, okay? You know, mobile silos, you know? And Russia's developing multiple different missiles that can fit in that sheet, man, okay? All right, so I'm out of here. Like I always say, keep pushing. We're almost out of here, man. Shalom. All right, I'm gonna close it out with this video that I love this video. I say this every day, so I'm gonna close it out with this, man. I throw this curse up and this prayer up every day, man, on this damn place. Anyway, like I always say, man, keep pushing. We're almost out of here, man. Shalom.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Shalak, Mawaf, Wah, Rayam, Wah, Ainashim, Wah, Haragim, Wah, Abagim, Al, Ka, Adawamyam, Wah, Gawayam, Wah, Abad, Baba, Abad, Baba Kusha, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Shalak, Rayam, Wah, Ainashim, Wah, Mashapayim, Wah, Haragim, Wah, Abagim, Wah, Mawafyam, Wah, Abad, Baba, Wah, Abad, Baba, Abad, Abad, Baba, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Shalak, Rayam, Wah, Ainashim, Wah, Aragyam, Wah, Abayam, Wah, Aragyam, Wah, Mawakyam, Wah, Masapayam, Al, Ka, Adawamya, Wah, Karayam, Wah, Abad, Baba, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Babakusha, the water, Aman.